Going on, guys? It's been a while since I've done a tutorial for you all, but I'm back. Got the sound working, kind of, sort of. As you can hear, it's pretty staticky through my mic when I'm talking, but when I show you the sounds, there is no static, so don't worry about that. The quality of the patch will be right where it should be. So let's just get started with this. So first, I just set up a simple loop. Kick on every beat, clap on every off beat, or every second, or whatever you want to call it. Just a floor to floor, four to the floor beat with the offbeat bass that we're going to be making. So together, they all sound like this. So yeah, if that's the bass sound that you like, stick around and I'll show you how to make that. So just grab any kick and then you just put them in that order. And then the clap, why I have my clap like this is because it's a delayed clap. So I've actually went in here and I've actually had to move them over slightly to compensate for that. You highlight your notes, hold Alt, and use your arrow keys left or right to move the notes over the increments at a time. And then I've turned up my swing to about halfway to give a little bit of groove. That helps a lot. Just in my kicks, I routed to the mixer channel, cut out anything below 50 hertz, boosted around the 100, dropped it down a bit in the 500 range. That's usually where your synths and your claps will tend in, sitting in that area. And then I just boosted it around the 4000 mark. Threw a sound goodizer on it just to give a little extra thump, just for this purpose. Normally I would go about compressing the sound and everything else, but not for this tutorial. Nextly, I routed the clap to the rotor, to the mixer channel, sorry. I put a parametric EQ on that, cut her down 500, anything below 500, just left it like that. Also throw a sound goodizer on it, just crisping up the sound just for this purpose. Again, I would normally compress my sounds and everything. Threw a reverb on it. I just moved the low cut up to about 500 hertz, decay 1.1 seconds, turned the color up warmer, and left everything the same. The rest the way it normally is when you open it. Then I just turned down the effect signal to about 10 o'clock here on the mixer, so it's not sending the full signal of the sound. Now we'll get right into the bass patch. Open up Massive and go to File, New Sound. First thing you want to do in your oscillator tab is drop the pitch down by 2 octaves. 1 octave, sorry. Excuse me. Leave your wavetable position all the way up, intensity all the way up, amp all the way up, and your filter in the middle. We're using a square saw. Next, turn on your second oscillator. We're going to drop that down 2 octaves. Not really good at this talking in the mic stuff, but 2 octaves. And we're be using a square on this one, so wavetable position all the way to your left, intensity and amp all the way up, filter left in the middle. Nextly, we'll go over to our filter section, and we're going to put a low pass 4 on. We're going to turn our resonance all the way down, and we're going to turn our cutoff all the way up, just for now. So now, you should be having this kind of sound. It's getting there, but it's not there yet. We need more of that pluckiness for the bass line, and a little more grit. So nextly we'll go into our filter, or our effects one, and we'll put classic tube on here. Sorry about that, something's out of date on my computer. Then we'll turn the dry wet to about 9 o'clock, and your drive to about 9 o'clock. Next we're going to go to your EQ, turn on your EQ, and we're going to drop the low shelf down a bit. This so we can make room for the sub that we layer underneath afterwards. Turn your boost up just a little bit, pointing at the S. Frequency you can leave in the middle on your high shelf, pointing at the H. Just bring out the highs, brighten them up a little bit. Nextly, we'll go to our envelope section, and we leave the attack right where it is. Level stays where it is. You're going to bring your decay down, say 10 o'clock, just so your peak here is at the V and the E. You're going to turn your level down so it's about 11 o'clock. We're pointing roughly about the L. Everything else is going to stay the same. Release, level, everything stays that way. Nextly, you'll have to hover over this cross arrow here, put that onto your first box on your cutoff. Now we can go ahead and turn our cutoff all the way down. Hold your left mouse button over the 4 and drag all the way up. That will affect your envelope here, and it'll give that plucky sound. So now we'll take a listen to what we have. I'll actually go ahead and shut off the effects I have, on here, so you get the raw sound without anything done to it. So now I would go ahead, and I'm just throwing a gross speed on for sidechaining purposes for now. I would normally do all my own sidechaining, but for this purpose I'm just going to do it this way. Next, you put your parametric EQ on there. Now cut everything below 50. It's about the 69 hertz range. Boost a little bit in the 100, a little bit in the 200, dropped it down in the 5, and then rose it up just a little bit in the high end. Just give it a little more crispness. And then I just threw a sausage fattener to thick it up even more. Went ahead and turned the fatness up to 20, 21, and the color is at 13, 14-ish. So then that's the sound you have now. That would be the sound I'll be giving you guys for a free download in the description below. It'll be on my Facebook page for free download and everything else. Lastly, I'll just show you how to quickly layer in your sub. So I just grabbed a 30SC, put on a sine wave, turned down all the other oscillators, turned the pitch down all the way to CRS button, and then I just right clicked over the C6 to help it gets a little more deep. The notes play deeper than what they're actually being played in the pattern. I went and put that on G4 for the bass. That's the same thing for the actual bass. It's on G4 as well in this same note pattern. The sub and bass follow the same pattern. And I've just routed that to a mixer channel through a gross speed on the same sidechain as the bass. Parametric EQ has cut out all the highs and only kept in that 50 area. Boosted a little bit, and then just threw a bass boost on. Didn't even touch any of these settings, just to give it a little extra sub, make it stand out a bit more. And then you're left with the finished product. Hope you guys like this tutorial. Like I said, I'll leave the bass patch download in the description below. If you like these tutorials, then throw a like, subscribe, whatever you got. If you make any songs with this bass sound in it, send them to me. I love to hear new music. Love to see my sounds being used in other people's projects. Yeah, throw me a subscribe on YouTube. I'll leave my links for all my other social media sites in the description below. Throw me a follow there. I think maybe next time we'll do a lead for a Melbourne bass song. Crunchy, maybe a vocally lead. Not too sure yet, but watch out for that one. So, till next time, guys. Peace.